Hey everybody, it's Ginger on Wheels here again. I've got the motorcycle helmet on today, and that's because we're going to be doing a speed test on the HiBoy S2 Pro. Doesn't go entirely too fast, I think about 20 miles an hour, but this is going to be considered the minimum range test. I'm going to put it in the sport mode and I'm just going to floor it around and see how far we can get. And today I'm in not so great of a mood. I got a copyright strike on one of my older videos after like 7 months of it being uploaded, but I don't feel like doing the standard Ginger on Wheels quick edits and all the music and things, so I'm just gonna do some raw footage. I'm just gonna strap the GoPro to my chest, you're gonna come along with me, and we're gonna see how far the HiBoy S2 Pro can go on one charge on the maximum speed setting. So let's go. Warrior. Okay, so to get this party started, we've got a full charge in the scooter in sport mode. I'm going to be using this little device called a Draggy, and it sends extremely accurate GPS and satellite data to my phone, telling me exactly how fast the scooter accelerates up to 1/100th of a second. So we're going to reset that, and I'm just going to accelerate as quickly as the scooter can, and we'll see what the data says. Okay, commencing test in sport mode. Looks like 19-mile-an-hour top speed. According to the GPS, or according to the display here, we got 19 miles an hour. All right, we got the tracker reset. I'm gonna go up to top speed and I'm gonna hit the red lever here, which is the electronic brake, and I'm gonna slam the disc brake in the back, which is probably gonna lock up the rear tire. So anyway, let's get to going. All right, 16, 17. I got the cruise control on. That's what that beep beep is. When you hold the lever down for like 5 or 6 seconds, it goes beep beep, and cruise control is activated. So it looks like we're at top speed now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the brakes right about, let me do a distance I can measure from the sewer grate. All right. You can see my nice little tire mark. I did lock up the rear tire. Let's measure how far that was. 19, about 20 feet. My shoes are 11.7 inches, so pretty much a foot. Yes, I probably could have stopped a little quicker if I hadn't slid to a stop, but that's not what happened. In an emergency situation, you're not going to be feathering the brake lever to the point where you're making sure the rear tire doesn't lock. You're just going to slam the brakes, right? All right, so this is the fun part, I guess. We're just going to go cruising around top speed. I'm going to hit every bump and obstacle that I can to try and break this thing also. Are these guys gonna jaywalk into the bike lane? Fun. Like I said, this is a minimum range test, and we're also gonna try and break it. I got my wrist guards on, so I don't want to hear it. Full face motorcycle helmet. I can't wear elbow and knee pads still because of that Sherman crash. I got big pussy scabs on my joints, but this is still pretty fun. Should we go through the Nintendo area? Probably. It's nice and fun. I can really hear these solid tires struggling for grip around the corners. They get audibly loud. Like the sound of hard plastic sliding. But they do have the grip. It is there. It's pretty impressive gripper too, gotta say. The was it Mega Wheels S5 that I tested also had solid tires, and I think it was that scooter anyway. Those scooters would just slip and slide everywhere. Did not like those. But these have like a pneumatic feeling tread on them, even though they're solid. Security, you say? Nobody in there. Maybe he was in that little porta potty. Looks like we're going straight. Get out of the middle lane here. I'm going to be using the regen braking before the disc brake on this test so that we can charge up the battery a bit when we're stopping. Might give us a couple extra miles maybe. Probably not, but we'll see. I guess we won't see because I'm not going to do it both ways. Let's hope. Let's go ahead and turn up in here. Ooh, those look like unhappy clouds. I really hope it doesn't start raining. Up that hill, 10 miles an hour. It's still a 350 watt scooter, so it does struggle on hills a bit. Doesn't make downhills any less fun though. I forgot to say, in case you're new to the channel, first, welcome, and secondly, I weigh 190 pounds, so this isn't a minimum range test that you're probably going to get if you're like a kid. You can probably safely add 5 miles onto whatever I get if you weigh like 150 pounds. Weight and wind resistance really do play a major factor in how fast you go and how fast you accelerate, the range, everything. Let's go this way. Ooh, a new law passed in Washington where bicyclists can roll through stop signs. How cool is that? And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make an assumption and say that I'm a bicycle, according to the law, because I have to ride in the bike lane most of the time. But that's a cool one, right? You don't have to come to a complete stop at stop signs. A little trail down here we're gonna go in. Left signal. This is a very slight grade, maybe like 1% grade. And we got 17 on the scooter. All these plants here, man, there were so many plants earlier. This whole area was covered in potted plants and then they all died. So Microsoft just let them sit there for weeks with no water. Sad times. Can make really fast turns if you slide the back tire out. That's fun. Look at all these plebs commuting in their cars. We're just cruising on the HiBoy S2 Pro. You know, I'm feeling better now. Whoever made that copyright strike on my video, it just sucks. That's fine, my channel will take the hit, but I still get to ride electric scooters around. Can't take that away from me. Down a steep hill here, 24 miles an hour. See this little yellow bar that appears on the dash? When you're going above the recommended top speed, which I think is 21 on this scooter, it'll actually use the regen braking to slow you down. So that little yellow bar is an indication that the regen braking is happening. You'll see if I actually hit the regen brake, see it goes up to 3 bars, 2 bars. And then if you hit the gas, the bars go the other way into the green territory. So it's kind of like a Prius. If you drove a Prius around, you can tell when you're using battery or when you're conserving or gaining battery. But it is kind of annoying down hills. It's electronically limited. Probably for the best though. This thing might break above 25 miles an hour with me on it. Oh boy. Hitting this corner with some steam. Yeah, baby. 26 miles an hour, you see that? And electronic brake. Disc brake. Okay. Of course, the guy in the BMW rolls through the crosswalk. Leave it to the BMW. Meow, meow. I like how that guy was just kind of dragging his dog along. It's one advantage of having a dog that weighs 2 pounds. That's the river that my MSP flew into, in case you didn't see that video. Going along this trail, just got speed wobbles and slid along in the grass there and lost the wheel in the river. Fixed her up, but she's having a hard time now. It needs a new motor. The coils on the inside got all corroded, so it doesn't work that well anymore. Worked fine for a few hundred miles, though. There's that bell. Ooh, should we do some stairs? Icy stairs. I kind of want to fly down some. I think there's like a skate park over here. Wonder how hard that would be to find. Whoop. Those are stairs. Grass leading up to the stairs, though. I don't know if that's going to work out. Sweet scooter, dude. How are there so many people? Okay, let's get into the road. Oh, I guess it's Friday, huh? Tipsy Cow Burger Bar. I'm gonna get off the sidewalk. As much as I'm gonna piss cars off because I'm not going exactly 25, I feel like the sidewalk is too unsafe right now. If I were in the pleasure mode, sidewalk would be fine. Did you see that lady in the white car? Was not even looking at me. I don't know where to go here. On the sidewalk, I feel like I'm gonna kill people, and in the road, I'm like, in the road, you know? That's the problem with these scooters that only go 20 miles an hour. Too fast for the sidewalk, too slow for the road. I got a high-vis reflector on the back of my jacket, so lovely, lady. Just, like, what happened to the whole 3 feet thing? I'm gonna die on this thing, aren't I? If we catch up to her at the stoplight, I'm just gonna let her have it. Nice. Do you need driving lessons? Do you need driving lessons?
Are you kidding me?
No. You didn't leave me 3 feet when you passed me, and you didn't even look when you turned out. It's totally illegal. You see the bike lane in the middle? Lovely. Okay, changing lanes. That's a hand signal. Love this lady. Hey, you shouldn't even be on the road. Oh, she's gonna honk at me. There she goes. License plate AAH6541, so she can get there 1 second earlier than me. What's your problem? It's a green light, lady. Oh. Are you kidding me? I should have called her Karen. Dang it. Perfect opportunity. Let's get back on the trail where we're just gonna scare people instead. Oh, that was fun, right? For the record, scooters are totally legal in the road here. I literally stopped and talked to a police officer and asked him what I should do with my scooter. And he said, you can go on the sidewalk if you feel like it's safe, but if not, you're allowed to ride in the road, just like a bicycle would. And guess what I was doing when Karen honked at me? I love her reaction too. Are you kidding me? Nope, not kidding, Karen. So anyway, back to the scooter. Still going 18 miles an hour. Not slowed down too bad yet. And we have 3 of 5 bars remaining. I love that I got her face too. I think I might actually turn that footage over to the Redmond PD just for funsies. Hey, a Scoot Scoot. Little baby Scoot. That lady saw me and she was even going backwards. That's a fun one. Excuse me. Slow it down. I hate to startle people like that, but I can't be in the road because Karen's, so. I'm gonna go through this yellow because that's what a bicycle would do, right? There's a small bicycle lane. If someone honks at me, honestly, there's nothing I could do. Getting sketchy here. I'm gonna go up on the sidewalk. We only got 11 miles an hour up this hill. Make that 9 miles an hour. Still 3 out of 5 bars battery. Excuse me. Thank you. Gotta keep that finger on the bell lever on the sidewalk. You just never know. This guy sees me. Thank you. I feel like I need a bright orange LED on my back that says, "I'm legal." Flashing. Awkward. Very awkward, young man. Let's go this way. Struggling. That 10-mile-per-hour hill struggle is real on this scooter. If you're looking to get up hills any faster than like 10 to 12 miles an hour, definitely get something bigger. This has got the, I think it's 350 watt motor, might be 250, but the eMove Cruiser's got a 600 watt motor that peaks at 1600 watts, and that thing has no problem getting me up hills like this. Guess that is 3 times the scooter though, right? Price-wise. Did you guys see my range test for that scooter? Ugh. I was beat after that for like 2 days, 60 miles on one charge. And I was ready to, I was mentally prepared, and I had my snacks prepared for a 30-mile range, so I was hangry and tired by the end of that one. 13 miles an hour, still going uphill. Pretty impressed by the stopping ability on this thing. 2 seconds. So you can see the handlebars jiggling here. That's about how bumpy it is without front suspension and with the cushy tires. I guess, I don't know what else to call them, cushy. They're solid, but they have like little honeycomb design to make them a little squishier. Still pretty bouncy, but not terrible. Almost to the top of this hilly section here. Still clocking 9 miles an hour. Cross here. Even the U-Haul's leaving 3 feet of space passing me. I can't believe Karen just blasted by my elbow. I think she was all butthurt because she didn't even look when she was turning out and didn't see me at all. The public pool's open? Oh, so we're just, I guess they have masks, but for the love of all things holy, I would not go to swim practice right now. The President of the US has coronavirus. And his top aide is apparently very ill with symptoms of coronavirus. You know what's funny about that Karen incident pulling out? If I had been a car, I would have been going a lot faster, and chances are she would have actually hit me. Because I don't know if you could see through the windshield on the GoPro there, but she was looking down instead of looking right like she should have been for oncoming traffic. Perhaps some distracted driving. Oh, down to 2 bars on the battery gauge here. I'll let these people have their free ride if they can take it. Just ready for 2020 to be over. Big dumpster fire of a year. Even he left me 3 feet of space, and they have a barrier in the middle, so did they. That lady was just on crack. I like felt her rear view mirror go by my elbow. That AAN Karen. Ooh, can't wait to send that to the popos. When she rolled down her window at the stoplight and she saw my GoPro, I could tell, I could hear the narrative in her head playing. That's when she knew. She f***ed up. Oh, should we do some off-roading? There's like an off-road section here. I think the scooter could actually handle. Let's do it. And that guy didn't stop. Okay. It's Friday, I get it. Everyone's in a hurry to get home. So yeah, light little gravel, very bumpy, but doable. We're including that on the minimum range test because where else would I include that, really? Oh, very bumpy though. Oh my gosh. If none of the screws rattle loose on the scooter after this, then I think it's safe to say this might be the only scooter I've ridden that doesn't need Loctite on the bolts. But the eMove Cruiser, after that range test, the handlebar stem came loose. I'm talking to Voro Motors right now about how to fix it. So I don't think it'll be too hard. Just gotta take off the tire and tighten the head bolt. This guy will move out of the way with the bell, watch. Or maybe not. Tick. I like how he moved into my way. He even looked back and saw me. Is this scooter like really annoying to look at? Everyone just gets irritated when they see it coming and they get into my way. So bumpy. Do not recommend this scooter for any sort of off-roading. This is too bumpy. Very unmanageable. Most people probably would not be able to do this or have any fun trying. Oh, of course the cross button's over there. We're just gonna go down this road. Nice wide sidewalk on this road. Still at 2 bars on the scooter for what it's worth. I'm pretty impressed with the grip on these solid tires. That might be one of the bigger perks of this thing. It's got squishy solid tires that you can never get a flat on that have the same grip as pneumatic tires. I recently learned through somebody in my comment section, shout out to you, I don't remember your username, but the Ninebot Max has what they call self-healing tires, which means basically that there's slime sort of stuff built in. So if you get a puncture flat, there's some goop inside the tire that'll heal up the hole. Pretty neat. I never knew that because I never got a flat, but I guess you wouldn't get a flat, right? This thing's cruising still at 2 bars. Seems like we lost the first 3 pretty quick, but these last 2 are lasting. I would rather have a conservative battery gauge than a generous one. Oh, blinky crosser, are we gonna make it? Will she make it? Yes. So I'm not holding the throttle right now. I'm sure you noticed that's the cruise control's on. It's a feature you can turn on in the app. I think the app's just called HiBoy, which is a weird name. Can we address the name real quick? Like, who names a product the HiBoy? What do they think of the US market if that's the name they came up with? I guess it is Hi-Boy, so it's like hello boy, but still, it's kind of weird. By far, hands down, Dualtron has got the coolest scooter name, don't you think? Kind of sounds like a transformer. And they look like them too. Oh my gosh, the new Dualtron Storm and the Dualtron Ultra 2. I was looking at all the specs for those things. They put the controllers inside the rear fender to make more room in the deck for the battery. So they just have massive 72-volt batteries. Really efficient controllers. Speaking of efficient controllers, I went riding around on my Wolf Warrior last night with a buddy who owns the Phaeton, Turbo Wheel Phaeton. And we did the same route, and I was definitely driving more conservatively than he was. He was blasting past me like all the time. And we got home and we have these chargers that can measure exactly how many watt hours of power you used, and the Phaeton used less power than the Wolf Warrior on the route. It was so interesting. Let's see if this guy gets a memo. Nope. Okay. Let's go this way. There's a big hill down here we can go down, I think. And then we can subsequently try and go back up with our 2 bars of juice. I will warn you though, I suspect I'm gonna have to push it up this hill because every other scooter I've tested down this hill that was in the entry-level bracket, like 350 watts or less, does not make it back up. Well, let's see how fast we can go on the way down. 21, 22, 23, regen braking has kicked on, as you can see in that little yellow bar there. 25. Yeah, 25 miles an hour. 26, which is probably actually 25 according to real world life. The speedometer is pretty generous and gives you an extra mile an hour. Oh, that was fun. There's a steep hill on the other side we can try and go up. Burn some of the juice off. I know you guys don't want to see me do a minimum range test that's all flat. Ooh, I don't think we're gonna make it up though. It feels like it has a lot less power than it did when it was on full charge. Yeah, we're not gonna make it up this. We're gonna have to find some alternative route to burn the rest of the battery. 3 miles an hour, 2, yeah, not feasible. Turning around. Hill climbing is not the strong suit of the scooter. Let's see, turn left. Go down this little pathway. Or up this little pathway. Thank you. Love it. This girl's got headphones in. I see her all the time. Yeah, not happening with her, so. Also, the scooter just died. That's weird. It's got red bar, but we have no power. Really? Really? You guys seeing this? There's no power to the rear motor at all. I wonder if we overheated the regen braking or the motor is going down that hill. That guy was binging his bell at her too, she doesn't move. So anyway, the scooter just feels like it broke. Yeah, we fried something. Of course, gotta go back up that huge hill I just went down. Awesome. Well, shoot, I don't know what to do. I get the scooter to sit here and cool down. There's a small chance it might cool down and reset itself. Maybe just reset it. See what happens now. Oh, well, look at that. Now we have power. So that was weird. I think we overheated the controller going down the hill. So maybe don't go that fast on this scoot. Notice that when I turned it back on, we have 2 bars instead of 1 now too. I'm gonna try and go up that hill. I'll go on this side of the road to be safe. That was so weird. I'm glad I got that on GoPro. Definitely a weird one. No way we're making it up this without push assist. But a man can have faith. Come on, little scoot. 6, 5, 4. No, we're losing power. I'll give it a little push. Is this cheating on a minimum range test? I don't know. I don't feel like it is, because I'm maybe gonna give it like 6 or 7 pushes to get up a steep hill. Let's check how far we've gone though, because That way we can get an accurate guess of how far the scooter can go before it really starts giving up juice. All right, just had to replace the battery in the GoPro there, but the thing's gone 10.6 miles. It's taken roughly an hour. That was my average speed, I wasn't going 10 miles an hour, obviously. But yeah, 10 miles an hour on the max charge before you start losing power. I guess I'll just cruise around in these chill neighborhoods until she dies, because I don't want it to die in the middle of the road somewhere. That would be bad. That's a hill we're probably not going to get back up. All right, I'm not going to push the accelerator down this hill because I don't want to overheat it again. That was very odd. On this hill. Yeah, this thing just has no power down near the end of the battery here. This is weak. Let's open the HiBoy app and see exactly how much % we have left. Connecting the Bluetooth. 10% battery left. Pretty much killed it already. Going 1.5 miles an hour up this hill. Ugh. So here's the quandary. At what point do I call it dead? Because it's not technically dead, but it's rideable on flat and downhills, but it's really not usable for real world anymore because this is barely a hill. It's going 4 miles an hour. I guess we could call it 11 miles, but I'm really gonna drain it down to the end and see how far it'll actually go with the throttle pulled all the way down. So there's some flat areas up here I think we'll use it on. See, it still goes on flat, 14. Then any hint of a hill, it's just like, oh, never mind, I have no batteries. I would suggest that a lot of what you're paying for on the 9bot is a more advanced controller, because that controller is able to regulate the battery, at least on the Gen 2 9bots. It's able to regulate the battery down to, I don't know, what is it, like 20% before the battery starts losing, or the scooter starts losing speed. I'm curious though, I should have opened the HiBoy app when this thing started getting laggy and seen how much battery it was at. If I had to make a guess, probably 35%. Man, these are nice houses in here. I'd like to own a house someday. You guys seen my living room lately? A complete living room, dining room area is just filled with scooters and stuff. Got a Fido bike in there now, which is awesome, by the way. Went for a ride on that thing last night. It's so much fun. Ooh, that might have been a mistake, not getting up that hill. Maybe if I use some regen brakes here. Yeah, let's have fun now pushing it back up that hill. Look at this house. I would love a house. I need a garage so bad. Okay, it's like it's still struggling up this little bitty hill. Definitely not gonna make that one though. I know you guys are in the super view mode, so you're probably having a hard time seeing that that is, in fact, a hill. And the scooter is, in fact, Stopped. I'm gonna call the range test. When you start walking the scooter, that's when you call the range test. 11.4 miles. That's it. Good game. Half the range and half the speed, so it makes sense, right? We did the sport, or the, what was it called? Comfort mode, and that was 22.5 miles. And now that we're in the sport mode, which is twice as fast, we get half as much range. All right, you guys, well, there you have it. HiBoy S2 Pro on sport mode with a 190-pound rider. You're gonna get about 10 or 11 miles, depending on how generous you are feathering it up hills and using the regen brakes and things. So half as much as the comfort mode, definitely not very far, but the scooter only costs like $500 or $600, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the full review next, I'm guessing next week or the week after.